Now, in this video, I got some new material and I was playing with ideas how to use it. My brother had shot a goose last year and he gave me the skin with some goose down on it. And it's a goose down feather. It's a combination of regular soft tackle with some real fine CDC-like material on the backside. So I came up with this fly. I call it a goose down bluegill bead head. I think it just looks great. It's going to have unbelievable action. It's on a size 10 hook. It's got some flash in the tail, blackish body. The goose down front hackles and CDC type dubbing behind it with some darker hen feather in the very front. It's going to have fantastic action. I think it looks great. And I love the way the goose down feathers worked into it. So anyway, here we go. We're going to tie this goose down bluegill bead head. Hope you enjoy the video. Okay. We're going to tie this goose down bluegill bead head. This is on a size 10 hook. I'm using 18 aught nano silk thread from Semperfli. Interesting about this, I'd used this before. I was having trouble with it. The thread would fray on me until I read some instructions from Semperfli that said you had to use a ceramic tip bobbin, which I didn't have, so I went out and bought some, and it makes a big difference. Doesn't fray on you. Okay. For the tail, I'm just going to use a couple of black hackles. Whoa. Just a couple, not three. And make them about a shank length long, maybe a little less. Come on. Hold them up on top. Get that out of my way. Something like that. Okay. I'm going to add a little green flashaboo to it. Bluegill seem to like a little bit of flashaboo. Something like that. Okay. Now, use some black dubbing, but I'm also going to use a longer piece of the flashaboo for ribbing. Help hold that dubbing in place. Okay. And just use a little bit of black dubbing for the body. Bring that forward. And bring our ribbing forward. Okay. Next, my brother shot a goose a couple years ago. Gave me this goose down. Stuff's pretty cool. So I'm just going to take out a couple. These feathers, and you notice you got the soft tackle portion in the front, but this CDC type fluff here in the back. We're going to combine both of them. Take my two feathers, and the second feather I bring down to kind of overlap the CDC portion. I'm going to put them in this magic tool. If I can get it. Put in there like that. And we trim off the sides. Then we're going to put it in our clamp. Trim off the stem portion. Okay. Now we'll make our dubbing loop. Take our dubbing tool. Now, when I put this in the loop, I want the CDC looking stuff towards the hook. Okay. Spin that up. Something like that. Okay, now we should just start wrapping that forward. Kind of pull those hackles back as best I can. Tie that off. Trim it off. And kind of bring this back a little bit. Trim that just a hair. Okay. Next, I'm going to take just some darker hen feathers. And I use the longer ones, so pull them back something like that. And trim that off. And we just start wrapping that. And pull those feathers back as we wrap it. And we'll tie that off. Okay. Now we'll pull all of that back. Tie it back like that. Yeah, that's getting there. Okay. Now for the collar. Take some more black dubbing. And bring that forward. Something like that. And we're going to whip finish. Okay. Now the final step. Help hold this together and help it sink a little. Put some thick UV. Right on that collar. Pretty liberal amount. Okay, welcome to the world of making videos. My battery just died. Had to put a new battery in to finish this. Where we left off, I just put some thick UV on the collar. Now I'll cook that down. I think that's got it. Okay. Here we have it. Goose down bluegill bead head. That ought to have some great action. Thanks for watching.